Welcome to the demo of Eccella Data Masking tool. Data masking is the process of hiding sensitive data and to prevent unauthorized users from accessing it. We generally mask production data so that developers and testers do not have access to it. Production data is highly sensitive and cannot be accessible to all. This data masking tool creates an XML for a reusable Java transformation which can be plugged into any PowerCenter mapping. This tool is based in Excel and has a backend of Java in the macros. With the help of this tool, we can use any of the 7 masking algorithms to mask our data. A few of these algorithms are reversible. That is, given the same masking key that was used to mask the data, we can obtain the original data back by generating the unmasking transformation and plugging that into the mapping. We offer 7 masking algorithms, that is, the fixed list, date random, Vigenere, default, random, date shift, and the hash algorithms. Of these, the Vigenere and the date shift algorithms are reversible. For the purpose of this demo, we have created a demo configuration. This Excel sheet is the sheet that we used to configure the Java transformation. The input columns are provided in this column. These are the input columns to the Java transformation. The masking algorithms can be selected from this drop-down, and the appropriate format can be given for the date random and date shift algorithms. The starting position and ending position need to be given for the default and random algorithms, and the masking key needs to be given for all of the algorithms except for hash. For more information about each of these, we have tooltips over here, and detailed information about each algorithm and the kind of masking key it expects is given in the user guide. Over here we provide the log file name, which will have details in case the trial version expires or the key is incorrect or any kind of error that is generated. It's provided in the log file path, which is given over here. Once we have configured, we click the generate masking transformation. The very same configuration can be used to generate the unmasking transformation, but the unmasking will be done only for the algorithms Vigenere and date shift. Let's get into the details of a few of the algorithms. We see very often that we have names of customers that we do not want to use, and we want to use instead of those a general list of customers that we have. For this purpose, we use the fixed list masking algorithm. The fixed list masking algorithm essentially has got a list of n number of dummy names, and it picks up a random name for each input row. So in a sense, if we give in 5 names, we will get back names of 5 different customers which I've picked up from the random sample list. Along with the installation, we provide sample lists for name, last name, the SSN, which is the unique identification number. Another example that we see is of the date random algorithm. The date random algorithm generates a random date from the period of the masking key number of months before the given input date or after the given input date. That is, if we provide an input of 28th April 2014, the output column will contain a date between 28th April 2012 to 28th April 2016. Similarly, we've got the Vigenere, the default random date shift, and hash algorithms. Details can be found in the user guide. We see that we have this sample configuration and we generate the masking transformation. We can choose the destination for the generated XML. I'm putting the file on the desktop. We can change the name as required. Once the transformation is generated, it says Java masking transformation has been generated. We will get a similar screen in case of the unmasking transformation. Let's go ahead with the masking transformation for this demo. We import the XML file generated. We get this warning that the bytecode is invalid, but do not worry, we just need to compile the Java transformation and this error will be gone. This is the transformation that we just imported. We go into the Java code and we say compile. It says Java compilation successful. This tool uses jar files which have got each of these functions. These jar files are a part of the installation and are in the directory jar files within the installation directory. We need to provide the class path which point to these jar files. This class path is hard-coded by taking the path of the installer. In case there is a change, we can go into the settings and add the class path over here. Our transformation is ready to be plugged into any PowerCenter mapping. For this demo, we have created a sample mapping which has a flat file source and a flat file target. We replace this transformation with the transformation that we just created. This is the session that we have for this mapping. We see that the session has been updated. The jar files that we placed on the client for the compilation of the Java transformation also need to be placed on the server. That is the Informatica server running the PowerCenter client. These jar files need to be placed in the Java libs directory on the server. That is, in the server in the bin in the Java lib folder. We see that these jar files have been already placed here. Once these jar files have been placed, we are all set to go and to run the mapping. We see that our workflow succeeded and 10 source rows gave 10 target rows. We can have a look at our files here. This was our source file where we gave first name and last name which had to be masked by a fixed list algorithm, the SSN which also had the fixed list, the date of birth which was date shift, the email ID, the product quantity, and so on and so forth. This is the generated target file. We see that each of these names have been replaced by names from the fixed list, the last names, and also the SSNs. These were picked up from the fixed list that we provided in the sample files. Here we see this is the sample file that we have for the fixed list, which has got a list of names. 3000 names is what we provided in the sample list. Similar to this, we can generate the unmasking transformation and create a mapping for unmasking this data for the Vigenere and date shift algorithms and get the original data back. Along with this, I will show you what all do we get as a part of the installer. In the installer, once we unzip the installer, we'll get this directory structure. The fixed list folder has got the sample fixed list values of the 5 fields that we see here. These are the jar files which need to be placed in the Java libs directory on the server, as well as in case we are moving the code, then this path will have to be provided in the class path of the Java transformation. The samples directory has got the sample configuration, sample mapping input, mapping output, the sample mapping that we just saw, the transformation XMLs that are generated by using the sample configuration. This is the user guide, which has got detailed steps and information about each of the 7 masking algorithms, and this is the actual Excel sheet that we just saw. Thank you for watching this video. For any further information, please contact us on www.eccella.com. Thank you.